What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to Anyango Brand Show, and this is Wednesday Women's Edition. Today the topic is about women independency. Are you dependent? Do you depend on yourself as a lady? Okay, before we start, I'm your host Spencer Brandy,
and I'm your host Cynthia Mary.
I'm your host Grace Mwende.
Okay, so today we're gonna talk about independency as a lady. Do you depend on yourself? Can you stand on your own without somebody's assistance? Do you have to make your own decision before you call on somebody to come and make your own decision for you?
Well, for me, my take is that, like, as a lady, as a human being, I think no man is an island. You have to correlate with other human beings for you to actually function or have a package, but it should not be in that like you have to depend on someone for everything. You should also have a level of independence as a lady. Like, you should be able to do your own things. You should be able to depend on yourself. You should not depend on anyone.
Yeah, sure.
Well, this comes when a time like when you want maybe to be in a relationship, and then you should consider yourself. The time this man is not available, the time I'm looking for this man, am I looking for support or I'm looking for my loved one? Am I looking for someone who will come, we join decisions together? Like, I'm looking for someone who will come, we join things together. We maybe tonight.
Yeah. Actually, whatever she's saying, you as a lady, the moment where you can't even provide for your own self, it reaches a point where you don't know whether you are entering into this relationship because do you love this guy or do you think the things he have? That is even where the murder cases comes from. You're just seeing somebody with things you don't even understand where these things are from. You, the only thing you're seeing next is what? Akona gari, akona hii, so I'll have to enter into this relationship because you can't depend on yourself. And by the way, this is not something that should give you pressure. You can just learn to own yourself. You woman up. Like, you just come up with something. You say, you don't have to ride on a storm to achieve it, to be independent. You can even start your small business. That is something to keep you going. Some of us even stay in toxic relationships because we are afraid. What if we get out of this relationship? How is it going to be with me outside there? Maybe the guy you are with made you to be in a standard. So you're like, right now, ndo nataka kwenda kurudi huko chini, to start from nowhere. No, I can't do this. You are staying in a very abusive relationship, but you can't live because you want to maintain that life. There is a life that you can give yourself. Trust me, you as a lady.
For me, I'm just like, first of all, as a human being, be it a lady, be it a man, you should unafaa kujikubali venye uko. Yani, like, be content with what you have. The moment you're not content with what you have, like, unatamani maisha yenye si yako, unaona, that's what drives people. Like, unaona mtu mwingine, that person ndo ataweza kukupatia those things that you unatamani, unaona. So that moment unaanza kukua dependent on another person, so you lose your independence, unaona. Like, you cannot even come out of a relationship or a friendship with anyone because you feel like mtu ndo anakupatia kenye unataka, so you lose your independence kabisa.
People make for you decisions, and you start, you generally you don't even have self-esteem because you overdepend on people. The moment you start settling your shit together, you put them together as a woman, trust me, it will even breed respect, even to the man you're dating, even to the society, even to your friends and everything. The moment you depend on yourself, this does not mean that you can't seek help from other people. Definitely, as human beings, we don't stand on our own. There's that time you'll have to be broke. There's that time you'll have to be emotionally low. There's that time that you just feel like everything, you feel like giving up and shit. You feel like umefikiwa kabisa, lakini ni ile yenye unakuja at some point somebody has to chip in your life, but don't make these people make decision for you. Don't let them make decision for you. It's your time now, you as a lady, to stand on your own and make decisions. The only thing they can do is advise you.
Okay, so for me, I tend to think that kwanza, the first step for you to be independent ni kujijua kwanza na kujikubali venye uko.
Exactly.
The moment haujikubali, you're letting that room of kukua dependent on another person ingie, unaona. So like I think as now, because we are talking about ladies, because this is a ladies show, I tend to think ladies wanafaa ku strive to have that level of dependence, but si ati tuna criticize those people who are in relationships, but there are some people who thrive really
but
well.
find yourself something to do.
Ndio sasa who thrive really well wakiwa wawili. Kuna unajua Spence, kuna wale watu wenyewe hawezi fanya kitu peke yake, twende kwa choo tunaenda, sijui twende wapi, yani kuna there are those people they cannot do things on themselves, and that is a very dangerous thing, by the way.
Exactly.
It is a very dangerous thing. So I tend to think kwanza wewe jijue na ujikubali venye uko. The moment you can be able to have your space huku juu,
sure.
like unajipanga, yani kwanza it's psychological, unajipanga huku juu, I can do
and
this,
then you
I
start
got this.
staying within your means.
Yeah.
Just stay within your means. You don't have to fake. Okay, I know quite a number of people fake everything, but at least fake it and you can maintain whatever you're faking. Don't be so fake. You fake like you fake. I've ever met somebody who's so fake lakini hawezi maintain that lifestyle. Yeah, we know people fake, and I'm not judging anybody faking their life. At the end of the day, you know the reason why you're faking your shit, but being real helps a lot.
I just feel like people just don't fake it, honestly. Hakuna
People
fakeness, hakuna palita kupeleka.
Faking will not take time.
But yeah, it won't.
Reality will
beat you one day.
Yeah, will beat you reality.
I feel like people should never be
but
fake.
People will never stay real now, that's it. People will never stay real. Cynthia, even people you know, let us just talk reality. Let us not talk don't be fake. Let us just speak reality here. Even your friends.
Yeah.
Somebody is in a life you know very well, hata hizo makucha na keep hawezi maintain. You know, this is not a lie. Mtu anataka asonge after every 2 weeks. You know very well, unajua kwao pretty well. Unajua kuna kwenye hii pesa inatoka. But ame fake life vibaya sana. Wakati umeanza kufake life, unajua life yako inaenda inaanza kupanda. Inapanda lakini huwezi fanya nini?
Ku expect in another world.
Alafu
sasa unaanza kushuka tena, sasa itakuwaje? Like kavu yako itakuwa inaenda
so watu watakushangaa, alafu the fear of people judging you, so you'll start like you want to maintain this life the way you want, so you start depending on people. Okay, itafika point utapata mtu mwenye una depend kwake, lakini sasa akisha kuacha utafanya nini?
Okay Spence, now we've talked about these people who depend on other people to thrive, unaona, to be in a certain level, but then let's talk about those independent ladies. By the way, like even in the world, like Kamala Harris, she's the vice president of the United States. Like me, really admire that lady. She has that level of independence. She's a black Indian American, unaona. So like ukiangalia such kind of a lady, she's dependent. Like unajua, by being an independent woman inaogopesha men sometimes. Okay, not sometimes.
It does. They really
fear independence.
The thing is, you know, the fact that you are a independent lady does not mean you have to be disrespectful.
It's true.
You know, most ladies relate the two.
It's true, Spence. Let me wacha nikupinge kidogo. Because yes, unasema you don't have to be independent. You don't have to be disrespectful for you to be independent. See, that's what you said.
No, not really. I have said the fact that you're independent does not mean you have to be disrespectful.
Okay. So I just like, unajua, there are people, just because I'm independent, I have my own voice, I can stand up for myself, like I got it all. There are men who will take that as just the mere fact that you're independent, they will take it as disrespect. Yani kwao, like they do not see a woman kukua mtu ako independent. Yani you, the fact that you're independent, anaichukulia kama threat kwake.
Yeah, in fact those are some of the challenges we are facing
as women.
Most of dependent ladies, you have seen them ending up like no marriage, such things, just because men see them like so much superior that they cannot even think they can be under them and be submissive.
Now that is the kind of disrespect I'm talking about. You know, there are some ladies, Cynthia, I have money, I have everything I want as a woman. Everything is at my disposal. Everything I need, anything I want naeza pata. Unajua, the moment I'll see a man na tukosane kidogo, I'll be like, you know, I pay my own bills.
Yeah, that's where
you know,
that's how we argue.
you know,
we
I
argue
can
our
pay my
point
me,
by
I
the
can
as
by the way, you
ladies.
know, me I can live without you. I don't even care if you want to go away.
Leave my
You know, that is
house, shit,
disrespect
such
because
shit,
that
by the
man
way.
is your husband, is your boyfriend.
Oh, mimi basi
At
wacha
some point,
niwapinge. Wacha mimi basi niwapinge. I'm sorry to say this, but yes, in a marriage or in a relationship kuna kuanga na magombano hizo, like kuna issues when it comes to relationships. But then there are times when me as a lady I will feel like this man, like maybe ni cheating issues, maybe ni kugombana tu, like amekudisrespect ama like wewe mwanamke, like honestly mimi I will stand up for myself and say excuse me, you got nothing on me, like hakuna kenye umenipea mimi, I have my own salary.
No, this does not mean this guy is disrespecting you. Do you realize even if you're in a relationship right now, there's nowhere I mean it's so smoothly, just going so smoothly.
It's
even
true.
In your relationship there's that time you are wrong, baby girl, and if you are wrong and we know you are a dependent woman, but you're wrong, please just accept you are wrong. The moment you are wrong, this guy tries to point it out, like, Annie, you know, yeah, you are wrong, and then you start like, you know, I don't care, you always complain about me being wrong. What if you are wrong? You are actually wrong.
Okay, me for me, if I'm wrong, well and good. Kila mtu ni binadamu. I will apologize and I will
No,
accept
that is
my
the difference.
mistake.
No, that is the problem with the dependent ladies. That's why
They
men
cannot
fear,
they cannot accept their mistakes because they feel like they are way
too high.
too high.
Yeah.
By the way, let us level it. It doesn't mean that the time I'm independent, I face problems like threats in marriage. So the fact of being independent inaweza maanisha kwangu, like me as ladies, I can help the man. Are you understanding that? I can help the man. Sometimes issues like kitchen stuffs, I'm not like calling the man, the salt is not there, the sugar is not there. That's what me, I prefer, like being independent. Like I've seen maybe a certain hairstyle, and then I'm not like calling my man, I have seen this, and he's like, no, that one we can, like me, I can do it, and ananipata kwa room, I'm done.
Wait, but the fact that we are,
I'm depending on myself.
The fact that you are independent does not mean you can't make our hair for us.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it in this way. So you are not getting
Yeah,
it.
I'm getting
like
you.
the time your man is maybe sometimes broke,
Yeah.
I can add all this in the
Yeah,
family.
it's
I can
true. I get
pay
you.
school fees
I
for
get you.
children. Yeah, like the time I'm a little threats, like he wants to kick me out, I can stand and walk away.
Hey.
Like I'm independent.
Okay, unaona hapa sasa, like I may bring in like some of the advantages, some of the good things that come with being independent. Like no man can joke with you, like bitch, mimi I got my own everything, unaona?
Like unajua kuna fika at a time mmekasirishana pale kwa mboma, kuna vitu mlikuwa mfanye, like you can go and pick your own man and do this thing, like no consulting each other. Don't assume that in a marriage you will not come at a point where no
But
one
you
is
know
talking
some
to
men,
each other.
you know some men are so funny. The moment you will start being dependent, if he doesn't pay fee, you will leave it do everything.
I know it's for you to be clever about
he will
it.
say,
Be like,
at the end of the day,
nitajikasirisha and then
at the end of the day, Mrs. Independent will do this. At the end of the day, Mrs. Independent, you know, leo nayo sijui sutu want to buy shopping sijui nini, alafu he will be like, I don't have money. Even if he has, you think I care? If you don't have money, just stay there. I will do it for my kids. Baby girl, that man will let you do things
now
for
how
your
are we
kid.
going to cope with this one?
Okay, the moment of nini, you that is why sometimes I prefer you dating a man of your class. It starts from there. The moment you as a lady, you know your standards, to avoid many wrangles in this relationship, to avoid so much disagreements in this relationship, get a man of your standards. Or somebody is of a little, somebody is above you, but don't ever try getting a man who is below you, because you will breed a lot of unnecessary things, unnecessary disagreement, unnecessary fights, unnecessary what, because at a year sometimes you're just trying to be, you know, a good woman. Yes, you're independent, but you're just trying to be a good woman. Aoni hiyo anaona tu ama junono kona pesa, so you're doing this to me. This kind of man will make you even to copa loan here and there, so that mfanye nini, he wants something yenye itakudidimisha mtoshane. So me, I will not, and I never will I ever advise somebody to go somebody feels like is lower. If you feel your standard is higher, look for a higher standard. Somebody who can mwenye anaweza kukunyamazisha, because you know women who are very independent wanyamazisha angwi.
Wacha nikwambie Spence, for me I tend to think in a relationship or a marriage setup, of course we are not married, this is just a view.
Yeah,
I
sure.
tend to think like, if you're independent, you have your own cash, you can source your own money, na pia your partner pia yesi akona cash yake. I think hapo sasa that comes with financial management, yani ni maturity.
Yeah.
Whereby you guys will sit down mseme, we have this, okay, si lazima mseme salary, you'll say these are our needs, school fees, food, nini, rent, everything, and then you'll sit down mseme, now let us divide ni hivi na hivi, just to avoid wrangles. Because ukianza kusema ati mimi niko independent, I can do my things for my kids, wewe utabaki ukiumia, because that man will take advantage of it. So at the end of the day, you just sit down, have a proper plan. Yeah.
And do you realize this is something you can only do with somebody who's of your standard?
It's true.
Because let's say your husband is somebody who is below. I've not said you can't date a man who is struggling. Of course, if somebody is showing, kama mtu anaonyesha like he's really showing the potential in him. Somebody is very potential, anajaribu, anafanya kazi, then pick that guy because he's aiming at something. Si ule mwenye yani yeye ni mstare raha amekaa, the only thing is capable of telling you is like unajiona ukope loan imsaidie pia yeye, mbona yeye asianze kutafuta from hapo chini kwenye wewe pia ulianzia. If you see somebody is really striving like shit to make the ends meet, that is the right guy too. But never settle for somebody who is settling too.
But then down. Then there is this issue. Let me tell you. But me personally, I am of the stand kama wewe. Like you just pick your guy. Someone who has potential. Someone who wakes up in the morning na akona goal, mtu akona ambitions. The right ambitions, of course. Unaona? Just find that right guy na you build together. You don't have to find someone who's established. But then here comes the problem. You know, mimi juzi niliona mtu amepost kwa WhatsApp yangu ati ninyi wengine you can build your men, us will be here waiting tufike hapo 28 years, then we'll come and take over your built men. Imagine someone posted that, like in that alikuwa nasema like you ladies wenye right now you cannot find men who are established, nyinyi wajengeni, nyinyi ndo mnatujengea men wenye wanakuja wanakuwa established, then we will come and pick them.
And what is this issue of like you umetoka na mwanaume from nowhere and then you are somewhere and then the man
ukishambuild it happens a lot. Wewe kama mwanamke maybe umeanza naye kama hana kitu but umemvumilia. Sasa na feel like ameshapata kila kitu, another lady comes in and then that lady act like like she's the owner of the empire.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, something is called karma. It's a bitch.
It will come
and it will hit you. Even if that lady leaves, I'm telling you that relationship won't be what you think it will be.
Actually, the karma is not even on the lady. The karma is on the man.
Actually.
Like how can we build together and then unafika huko,
the time we are at the top,
tumefika huko
unataka kunidrop mimi, you remain at the top.
It will never be well with you and it can never be well with you.
In fact, you find those are the men who cannot settle with one lady. Watashinda wakienda hivi wanaacha
ni zile vitu ulifanya zinakufuata. By the way, that thing happens. Vitu zenye ulifanya lazima zikufuate. Lazima, and there's nobody cursing you, there's nobody doing any shit to you, there's nobody giving you any negative comment, but the moment you frustrate a soul that helped you grow, be ready to face the worst.
Alafu pia there is this issue of independence, like venye ladies being independent inafanya wanakosa kuolewa.
Standing like, with your principles.
Imagine,
by the way,
si ati uko rude or anything, but just the fact that you're independent,
feminist.
Just the fact that you're independent inafanya you can't find a man.
Because some ladies think that you cannot just build your own empire,
alone.
You cannot just build it and then someone violently comes and starts distracting you. You decide maybe kama uko na kids, I'll go with my kids and make them brighter than the way this man is going to be with me.
Exactly.
Unaona like wanaume wengine anakuwa tu violated for no reason. Like you are having something. Hata I had a lady mwenye alikuwa anasema mshahara yake hata inapitia kwa bwana yake. Because that man thinks that this lady there is something she
ati sasa anapata mshahara
inapita kwa bwana yake aione. What is that?
What the hell?
And the man is the one.
Sikuwa nimesikia. Me I thought
the man is the one going to budget that money. Like we are going to take this 10k to do this. This is my house.
Over my
I'm the
dead
head.
body.
You are the neck.
Oh, shetani shindwe. Don't do that shit. Don't even try giving your boyfriend, your husband, your money.
Ndio sasa.
It is you are having joint account. Joint account utalia kwa choo mama. Si ulisoti mwenyewe kutafuta hizo vitu zako.
Mimi in the first place,
in
the first place I tend to think in a marriage setup like okay, I know pia kuna ladies wenye they will want to control the accounts za husband. Ndio sijakataa na tunakashifu hao wanawake. By the kitu mtu amesweat hard for, you should not have any.
Ama wasichana wengine wako hivi wana hustle pamoja na bwana yake lakini ni yeye ndo ana keep do. Which law is that? You know, like you and your boyfriend right now, maybe you're having a business together. So the time of keeping, you think you're the best to keep that money.
Okay, you in a depend, but I'm just saying, mimi here I'm just saying good. In a relationship kila mtu, wewe kama uliwork, kama wewe ni mwalimu umework hard for umeenda kwa class ukafunza, have your account and iko independent. Na mimi nilikuwa na yani hata haufai kuwa na shughuli na account yangu by the way.
By the way
utakuwa na shughuli nayo.
The same way I don't feel like if you saw the two of you, the lady should be keeping the money. Have a spare line together, put it there. Ni yenu nyinyi
ndio account yenye kila mtu signature ina
sit ni yeye peke yake. You know such kind of things breed even suicide. Sasa mbona mimi na wewe ni mwanaume, mimi ni msichana, mimi ndo na keep do nikimbie nazo na zilikuwa zimefika mingi because you know human beings you can't just trust somebody but like that.
Spence pia there's this issue of unaona you'll get in a marriage setup mko na pesa nyinyi wote alafu mkaamua mkwe na a joint account in that you will have a project maybe somewhere mnaeka maybe for 20 years unaona somewhere in future. Ikifika katikati this man gets greedy and this man can even kill you, can even
but your signature is there, right
my friend? Ukikufa signature yako inatoka wapi?
Sikusikia hiyo part ya kukufa.
Ama this man atakuweka depression alafu akupeleke kwa mental hospital. You know the moment you are pronounced like you're not mentally stable, unaona you cannot control any of that account as long as mko na bwanako. He will control. So I think ladies should be careful. As an independent lady, there are many praise they can come at you.
That's why before you start doing this critical things like saving together, ensure you know the person you're dealing with.
And you trust them.
Yeah, just know, you know, you can have a husband, you can have a boyfriend, but this person, you don't even know their real intention with you.
And I also think if you have an account together, you draft a contract whereby you have a next of kin. Unajua even if you have an account together, you are part of the money, have a next of kin. For example, your kids. Unaona, like me for example, my mom anapendanga to keep sisi as the next of kin because unapata mimi as a partner I don't trust nikikufa you will take care of my kids with that money. I will put my kids directly so that they will never suffer. Unaona because most of the time siko baya. You will find most of the time me as a lady if I die a man will move on
the following day without even
imagine
caring.
they will move on with your money.
Even when the money dies you will still move on.
They will use that money muliweka pamoja
kufanya mtu afurahi,
kuleta mtu mwingine hapo. Your kids will suffer.
So lakini as a lady kama mwanaume is not there, this lady will strive to bring up the kids.
Yeah, so as we finish, maybe if we are giving our you know when we start something at the end we should aim at giving out the solution. And just to begin with, let me say my part. I think as a lady, try to depend on yourself to avoid so many unnecessary things in life. And these unnecessary things in life includes you staying in a toxic relationship because your man provides. You don't even understand whether you're loving this person or you're doing it because of the money you saw. Or you can't drop this friend because ni anakupeanga mawaidha and is making for you decisions. Maybe because you're afraid of your self-esteem, you always want to work with nani because anakuanga ameraise esteem yake. It's now time to depend on yourself as a lady. Do things right as a lady.
Yeah, to me
Anza, let me just finish. Anza hiyo biashara hata kama ni kidogo aje. Bora umewekelea kazi, bora umejiekelea like you really wanna do this. At the end of the day something will yield. And everything is going to be fine. Just try to be independent. And to the independent ladies, please, let us not mistake it with being feminist and also being very rude. Thank you.
Grace?
To me, as we finish, I'm giving this small advice to ladies. Let us not misuse the independence. Let us not forget that we should be submissive to our men. We should always maybe to respect our men. And as men, I say to men don't misuse that, the act of being the head of everything. Don't misuse it, by the way.
Okay.
That's my point.
So for me, I tend to think, I'd advise any lady out there, your level of independence will take you everywhere, girl. Like, be it in a relationship, be it in a friendship, be it everywhere. At least jaribu kukuwa na yo akili yako, tumia akili yako. Like, even in your financials, don't depend on anyone. But then again, do not have that pride that comes with being independent. You should always remember that this world is a circle. Lazima tunategemeana sisi wote, unaona? Alafu you should not depend on anyone kukuja, unaona? You be independent. Even find that person who you can build together, and at the end of the day, you'll get somewhere. You do not have to be dependent on anyone for you to succeed. Independence is the best thing. And in this era, men even don't like ladies who are dependent on them. Men like ladies who are independent, ladies who can think on their own. A lady who, hata mwanamume akikufa, the children will not suffer.
They are very safe.
Ndio sasa.
Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next Wednesday, goodbye, and don't forget to give us your opinion down there. Like and share, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye bye.
Bye bye.